Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Cogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. This is David Cogan with Eliances, the place where entrepreneurs align. And you wonder why I'm bouncing off the wall always on a Thursday morning. Well, we had the CEO and chairman and managing member of the world's largest racing and driving school, Skip Barber Racing School. We just had the co-chair of a billion-dollar business, include some of the most well-known names, Molly Maids, Mr. Reuter, Five Star Painting. That's right, Dina Dwyer Owens with Owens Group. And we had, which everybody should know, Henrik Fisker, right, the legendary icon of luxury automotive design, having designed the Aston Martin, BMW, Fisker, and so much more. But wait, it just keeps getting better. Unbelievably better. I mean, like no tomorrow. I mean, it goes on and on. But let me tell you who we've got next here. It's just incredible. He is a legend. He is John Sculley. That's right. Not sure you know the name? Well, you will for sure, because he is the former CEO of Apple, and he's done so much. So imagine being the founder and CEO of some of the most recognized brands ever. He's been, again, CEO of Apple and Pepsi, founding investor in the Metro PCS, which is a multi-billion-dollar public company, and ton more. John, how is it possible to have such a successful career in one life?
Well, I feel very lucky, and I have to say that anyone that I've ever talked to who's been super successful always gives a lot of credit to being lucky, being in the right place at the right time. But it also requires curiosity. It requires hard work. It requires assembling a great team. No one does it by themselves. And I'm just pretty darn lucky that I've been in some very interesting places at interesting times. And I haven't given up, David. I'm still at it. I'm focused on healthcare, and we think we're building several multi-billion-dollar companies right now as we talk.
I mean, incredible. And you can reach John Sculley by going to ScullySpeaks.com. That's SCULLEY Speaks.com. Or you can go to Eliances.com, ELIANCES.com. And having been the CEO of Apple, I got to ask you this. Were there any secret rooms at corporate or any technology that you saw at the time that just absolutely amazed you?
Well, I was really amazed. Macintosh. That was about a year before it was actually introduced to the world. It was still not even assembled into a case at that point. It was just a picture tube and a whole bunch of boards and cables and connectors, wired to it. And to see animation on a screen, to see graphics on a screen, and to listen to Steve's vision was pretty amazing, because nothing like this even existed in the world at that time.
And you also do speaking engagements. In fact, people can go to ScullySpeaks.com, and I know our producer, too, has been reading your book, which is absolutely amazing, called Moonshot. She's been sharing some of the stories with me. Our listeners can get this book at Amazon, so make sure you go to Amazon and look up Moonshot by John Sculley. What was something, though, you wrote in this book that really gave you the aha moment?
I think the aha moment, and really why I wrote the book, because it's not an autobiography, it's really the insights that I and many other entrepreneurs that I know well have learned along the way, that we're at an extraordinary moment that has never had anything comparable to it. And so we hear of all the problems in the world and challenges. They may be true, but the reality is that we have an era of incredible growth in multiple technologies that are growing at an exponential rate: cloud computing, mobility, the ability to use big data analytics for predictive purposes, the ability to take the new generation of sensors, where the estimate is there'll be 20 billion wireless connected sensor devices by 2020. All of these things are giving us the tools to be able to rethink every industry everywhere in the world, whether it's a product business or a service business. And that's what I wanted to prepare people for, because it's a duty that we've learned to the next generation because the opportunities and the challenges are going to be even greater.
Incredible. I mean, and you're listening to Eliances Heroes, and are you a hero in business? Are you making your mark? Are you building a community? Go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. And we have John Sculley, the former Apple CEO. And John, you're a father. What's the most valuable words or skills you feel that one can teach their children or grandchildren to be so successful in life like you have done?
Well, it's not really that complicated. There's a set of first principles. One is that you have to be authentic. You have to be a person that other people are going to trust. Because nobody wants to work with someone they don't like, they don't trust and respect. The second thing is you need to have an insatiable curiosity. You got to be curious about everything because eventually you're going to be able to learn how to gain experience in different domains and connect the dots and to see the same set of facts in a different way than other people may who haven't taken the time to be curious and to work hard. And working hard is as important as anything else. Luck is important. Working hard is important. It's not just being the smartest person. There's so many smart people, so many great ideas. It's being able to figure out how do you think about a business in a different way. And the book Moonshot is all about starting with a big problem, thinking of it like the customer thinks about something. And that's really the perspective that I try to draw for entrepreneurs as they think about creating new businesses, see it through the eyes of a customer.
And again, you can reach John Sculley by going to ScullySpeaks.com. You can also get his book, Moonshot, by John Sculley. Make sure you get it. I've been reading it. Our producer, Glue, has been reading it, who could be reached at loopydocs.com. Make sure you do. Absolutely incredible. You can go to Amazon to go ahead and get it. And again, John, you've done so much, and it's so much valuable advice that you can give. So please, everybody, go to Amazon, get it. You can also go to Eliances.com, and we'll be able to route you there too. What was the first job that you remember actually being paid to do? The first job that you had paid to do?
Well, I grew up in Bermuda. My family had settled there in 1624, and I worked at a department store as a salesman selling ties and shirts. And this was a summer job. Another summer, I came to the States, and I worked out on Long Island at Grumman Aircraft Factory, and I was a riveter, riveting wings on, at this point, they were Navy jets that were being built in this factory. And I got to tell you, when I had that job, I said, I don't know how I'm going to make it through life. I'm just not cut out to be a riveter and work in a factory. And that only gave me motivation to say, I got to prepare myself for a different life if I don't want to end up, just being a riveter on the factory floor. So I worked hard. I've done that all my life, and I'm still doing it, and I love every moment of it.
In fact, is there any further details? If you could go back in time, at that time during your first job, so imagine going back, seeing yourself at the department store, doing the sales, what advice would you give yourself now, knowing after having so many years of experience and wisdom?
Well, I think I would have seen that it really is possible that you can impact not just your company or the lives of your colleagues that you're working with, but you can actually impact the entire world. And that was so far from anything that I thought I would ever be a part of back when I was, very young, that it's only as you get a chance to do things and to have some success and make some mistakes. And by the way, you learn from your mistakes. You don't learn from your success. That I started to realize, you really can have an impact on the world if you're willing to work hard, willing to take chances. You have to be a risk taker. If you don't take risks, you're probably not going to do something that hasn't been done before. And if you do take risks, you're going to make mistakes. So you got to learn to accept mistakes. Sometimes it's humbling when you make a mistake, particularly when you make it in front of the whole world. And other times, the mistake becomes an incredible learning process. And in fact, success can also make you vulnerable because you become a victim of your own success if you don't think about it, in a humble way.
And John, you certainly have done that. You could reach John by going to ScullySpeaks.com. Anyone that can have such a successful career and have the vision to build and run large companies, then go to provide the roadmap and teach others how to do it, is our hero today, John Sculley. Thank you again, David Cogan with Eliances. And thank you to our producer, LupiDocs.com, for all your editing needs. LupiDocs.com. Glue. Thank you again, David Cogan.
You have been listening to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. Eliances is the destination for entrepreneurs, investors, CEOs, inventors, leaders, celebrities, and startups. To present your superpower, visit www.Eliances.com. To unmask Eliances heroes' secret identities, be sure to tune in every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on Money Radio 1510 and 99.3 FM.